What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Warrior in the Garden movement. My name is Dominic. I'm so glad that you're here today. Today, I want to talk about it could be a little uncomfortable. It could be an uncomfortable topic, but today I want to talk about divorce. So, one of my friends is going through a little separation, pre-divorce kind of thing, and I asked, how can I help get past that and move along? And she actually said something super interesting that I find, actually really good. A step in the right direction was, she said that there's nothing that I can do, but she would take some insights about the whole situation. So I found that to be, just a great first step, honestly. And divorce can be a real son of a bitch, really. And we look at it as a real negative thing, and it can be. It's life-changing. I mean, you've spent so much time with someone, and then one day they're there, and then the next day you're going through a divorce. So it can be super difficult. It can be super challenging, but it can also be a great learning experience. It could be, you can make the best out of the situation. So when I was going through my divorce, I was pretty young. I was 26 going through a divorce, and I had no idea what I was doing. And the best advice that was given to me was to start dating again, to start sleeping with people, to get out there and experience life. Those were my insights. That's the advice that was given to me, was to go out in the world and start dating again. And it sounds super simple, and it sounds, I don't know. It's not that easy, obviously. So, what I have found that helped me go through my divorce, that I would like to pass along to you guys if you find yourself in this situation, what I want to tell my friend, or what I would tell any of my friends going through this situation, is, first off, relax. This is a really traumatic experience. You love someone, you spend so much time and effort, and you give yourself to someone, and then something happens, whether you did it or they did it, or or if it's just a whole list of things that have added up over time. It can be traumatic. So relax a little bit, take a deep breath, and put things into perspective. People come and go into our lives for certain reasons, and certain lessons. Sometimes people are in our lives for a day. Sometimes people are in our lives for months or years. It happens, but it doesn't have to be this negative thing. So just take a breath, take a step back, relax. If you can, take a little vacation, take a break from family and friends, go sit by yourself, go read a book, something, go enjoy some alone time, and really figure out what's going on and really put things into perspective. So my second suggestion would be, spend some time by yourself. You've been committed to someone, you've been with someone, you talk to this person every single day. You haven't been by yourself at all the whole time. So learn to spend time by yourself. Learn to love yourself again. You've also get to know yourself. Learn to love yourself again. You've changed. You're not the same person that you were before this relationship. Things have changed. You've gotten older and wiser, and things have happened. And learn to spend some time by yourself. Learn and figure out who you are again. Learn to love yourself again. And a huge mistake that I see a lot of people make, not even divorce, just relationships. They jump from person to person to person, and they don't even know who they are. They don't even know what they're looking for, in the future or out in the world. Take a step back, relax, learn to love yourself again, put things into perspective, spend some time with yourself. Who are you? What do you want? What's next? Like, you have a clean slate now. Now you get to move forward and build whatever it is that you want. My third piece of advice. I was lucky going through my divorce, and we didn't have kids. And obviously a lot of people have kids, but my parents were divorced, so I wasn't old enough to actually experience the divorce, but afterwards I lived that part. So if you have kids going through a divorce, the biggest thing that I would say is don't talk bad about the other person. Don't talk bad about them. It doesn't matter. Those are your kids, and you made that choice to have children with that person. So it's one of those things you just have to accept. Do not talk bad about the other person. It is so unfair, and you're just dragging your kids into all the drama, and then they end up, later in life having issues. Be fair, absolutely. Communicate. I know that's got to be a difficult situation, but don't talk bad about the other person ever, especially in front of your kids. And my last piece of advice about divorce is probably the biggest piece of advice, and it's something that I had to figure this out on my own. No one told me about this. No one gave me this answer, but the biggest thing is forgiveness. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made. Forgive the other person for the mistakes that they have made. Everybody was just doing their best with what they had, with the information that they had, with what they knew about life and how to go about life. Forgive the other person. It's not worth it to hold a grudge and resentment. You have to move on from this. It might take some time. It might take a week. It might take a month. It might take a couple years, but you will get past this. I promise. But you have to let that resentment go. You have to forgive the other person. It's not even for them. The forgiveness is for you. You need to move on. You need to go into the next step. So, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, or if you've been through a divorce, let me know what you have done and how you've moved forward. There's a whole life out there to live. Don't let this be such a drag. A lot of people get hung up on this. It's part of life. So you live and you learn and you move on, and you do better next time. If I've added any value to your life about this, hit the like button. Let me, say something in the comments. Give me some information. And I hope I added some value, and we'll see you next time. Remember, be the warrior in the garden, not the gardener in the war.